14,065, The Movie Colony, and a Zombie Society, 2 of 2.
Social parents. This means the social parents are the representatives. The representatives of the citizens of the Republic of Korea are these social parents. Only when a society is formed where social parents rise up and say, as a master of the Republic of Korea, I want to play even a small part of my role, only then can we stop the zombies from sucking our blood. A healthy organization supports our strength, but an organization turning into zombies is something we must extract energy from. We must not supply it with any more energy. Use up whatever is already there. That is fine. Use up what is there. But do not let them take any more from here. Then, if what used to suck blood can no longer suck it, what happens to the material that was meant to be sucked if it isn't being sucked? Then that organization collapses. We must govern these matters wisely. So, who wants to be a social parent? Who doesn't want to? This is exactly it. Who wants to live a rewarding life? Who doesn't want to live a rewarding life? This is the current state of the Republic of Korea. The citizens have grown well. They have grown, but because we are being gradually taken advantage of by what the institutional cartels are doing without realizing it, we are having a hard time. Therefore, we must gather our strength. That is why our nation is one that gathers its strength precisely when it is completely falling apart. But what happens when we prosper? When we prosper, our strength gets fragmented. To give you an example of how much it gets fragmented, some people drink alcohol by floating a liquor glass on water just to drink elegantly. Floating a liquor glass on water, they recite poetry to the wind and live completely individualistic lives. Then, as they live like this, someone sees that they have let their guard down and someone invades. So, whenever the country faces a hardship, we are a nation that possesses the strength to unite and repel them all. It is like this. Therefore, today, our Republic of Korea is at a turning point where we must create the future. We must not cross over this point into a bad path. From here on out, we must demonstrate our inner strength and create the power to shine. If you dot a single point incorrectly at this turning point, this is a country where becoming a withered old tree happens in an instant. Why? Because this is a country where the descendants of heaven live, a country protected by God. If we go the right path, it changes in an instant. What if we go the wrong way? God folds his arms and just watches. There is no reason to give power when someone is going the wrong way. He just watches. But what if someone goes the right path? An immense amount of energy enters here. God protect and help us. You know this phrase, right? It says, God protect and help us. Long live our country and our national anthem. We are the only ones in the entire world to have such terms in a national anthem. Only this country where the descendants of heaven live. So, do not be too intimidated and do not worry too much. The Haedong Republic of Korea is a nation established to never again go down a path so wrong that it faces destruction. We are a nation grown to contribute to the co-prosperity of humanity for the sake of the world. This is not just my country. It is a country for humanity. This is the Republic of Korea. Therefore, the fact that we have fully grown means that even when we think of a single thing, we cannot be calculating what is yours and what is mine. Allowing bad people to delude and obstruct us, we must think beyond this framework. We grew to contribute to the co-prosperity of humanity, and since we are growing under God's care, we just need to keep the mindset that our actions must become an example for the world. If we do, we won't be absorbed or taken advantage of anywhere. Instead, we will spontaneously gather all our strength and raise our inner power. That is how it works. So, do not be too afraid, and do not get so obsessed over watching movies like that. You know those movies that come out? Try not to watch them if you can help it. Try not to watch things like zombie movies. Look at the movie titles. Nowadays, all the information about the content is available anyway. Once you see it, you need to start avoiding things that are destructive. Because people in the Republic of Korea watch them the most, they export them here the most. Then they make money. Next they have to release something even more destructive so people will watch it again. If you show people of the Republic of Korea a certain level of destruction, and something similar comes in next time, they won't watch it. Why? Because our capacity for absorption is so fast. If the same thing comes in next time, it isn't interesting. Then, they have to make it even more destructive to draw people in out of curiosity again. Then, if we absorb that, and something similar comes in, we won't watch it. We reject it flat out. Why? Because we now have an immense ability to absorb. We are a nation capable of absorbing anything because we have advanced to the point of developing quantum energy. Why is quantum energy suddenly brought up? It's just because people are so unaware of it. But we ourselves are quantum energy. Humans, right? Among humans, depending on what kind of human you are, there is only a difference in whether the quality of your quantum energy is strong or weak. We have something called a soul. A soul. I am teaching you that the soul is a god, but this soul god is originally quantum energy. That is why we use spiritual power and spiritual telepathy. Spiritual matters are us reading quantum frequencies. We are also in contact with the quantum field. What exists inside the quantum field is all information. Quantum does not flow without information. Therefore, if we can grasp the quantum field, everything from the past comes out. If we can analyze it, science hasn't reached that point yet. It is that kind of thing, but our soul itself is quantum energy, and we as gods are originally a mass of quantum. What do I mean by a mass? It is a mass that does not scatter. But our masses produce and pour it out from here. This is what scatters. But as it scatters, it overlaps. Quantum energy is what overlaps with all matter and the entire universe. Among the things we continuously produce, when we pour out a mass of quality such as knowledge or truth, how far will the frequency of this quantum energy flow? These are the things that hold power. That is called spiritual power. Therefore, saying that the spiritual age is opening is the exact same thing as saying that the quantum age is opening. As we go along, it keeps flowing this way. But once our youth unpack the laws of nature to a certain extent, the direction of the environment we look at will change. Then, whether we use AI or whatever else, we will use it under different conditions. AI technology will be made by humanity, made at the top by talented technicians, but it is coming out for us to use. In the future, it will change into the quantum age. People call this the scientific age now, but it is only the very beginning of the scientific age. For the real scientific age to begin, it must enter the quantum age to truly be called a scientific age, moving toward a high-quality scientific age. And this, too, is currently at a turning point. Whether it is science or philosophy, up until now, it hasn't even truly started. It was just in the middle of preparing, and it means that this age will open up in the future. Therefore, a tremendously hopeful world is coming for our youth. But if we do not know this, we say, how will we live? Also, where do we degrade to? How can I make a living? Do you want to go back to being animals? Are you going to go from animals to beasts? You must become human beings. Human beings. When you become a human being, your way of thinking changes, and you begin to look at what you should do for this society in the future. What society needs is not small. The reason we feel frustrated is because those necessary things are not coming out. Then, you should think about what you need to do for this society in the future. If you complain, wisdom will absolutely never come from there. As you strive to live for society, wisdom pops out bit by bit. When wisdom comes out and you conduct such activities, this is what is needed by society. We perform necessary activities, yet our lives become difficult? There is no such law. You must go up one step. You must change into a person who thinks about living for society. As a person who lives just to figure out how to make a living, you can absolutely never raise yourself up by one step. If you change your thoughts, there is a future. If your thoughts remain stagnant, there is no future. Let us change our thoughts. Instead of the thought that I am living right now to make a living, think about how I can live usefully for something in this society. As you keep thinking about this for 100 days and for a year, your eyes will begin to open. Then, your life begins to change. Even when looking at a single item, the item viewed with changed eyes and the item viewed just to make a living and earn money are as different as heaven and earth. We must believe in ourselves. We are gods. Our elders are living right now to create a world for our youth, whether they realize they are living that way or not. From our perspective, it might not seem like it, right? But in fact, that is how they ought to live. That is why, since we have wasted all the time to fix things bit by bit, what I am trying to do to help raise us up all at once is to have the social parents of the Republic of Korea gather first. Only when the social parents gather to research for this society and solve things for this society will things change. The world will never change by sitting at home and living alone without coming out as a social parent. This is what I am leading you toward. So today, looking at things like this is a place where our youth are studying, isn't it? Our youth in their 20s and 30s are studying here. When social parents cooperate and come out together saying, let's go see how our youth are studying, is it good for us or not? It's good. This is how it should be done. When our youth are making an effort, the social parents must cooperate from behind, look after them, and guide them. That is what social parents do. Therefore, society will be different in the future, so do not worry too much. Whatever is sucking blood in the sea, what do you call it? Starfish or something scary like that? Just leave them be and say, go play among yourselves, and we must run forward while looking at society. We need to twist our thinking a little bit like that. So, for now, leave aside those horrible things happening in the world, and our youth must not lose courage over such things. The future world is our world. It is our world, so you must not lose courage. And if we diligently do something, I will make sure the elders all become a source of strength behind us. So let us start by changing ourselves first.